When the Romans arrested Jesus, or Eesa, peace be upon him, what was their real objective? Did they simply want to execute a man? No, they wanted to prove to the world that he was a false claimant, God forbid. Now the question is, if Jesus had truly died on the cross, would that not mean his enemies had succeeded? Why would a true prophet be allowed to die under the accusations and humiliation of his enemies? Today we will explore a powerful line of reasoning which suggests that the death of Eesa, peace be upon him, would have meant the apparent defeat of truth, and that is why God protected him. At that time, certain Jewish religious leaders and the Roman authorities wanted to present Eesa, known to Christians as Jesus, as a common criminal or a political rebel. Their argument was simple: if he was truly sent by God, he would save himself. If he were publicly crucified and died in humiliation, many people would take that as proof, God forbid, that he was not a true prophet. In other words, his death would have served as a certificate of victory for his enemies. But could God allow such an outcome? The Holy Quran states that they planned and God also planned, and God is the best of planners. There is also a widely known belief that Jesus willingly chose to die for the sins of humanity. However, from a logical perspective, this raises important questions. A prophet comes to guide people and establish truth. Why would he wish to be killed in a brutal and humiliating way before his mission was completed? Even in the Bible, we find a moment before the arrest where Jesus prays with deep anguish, asking that the cup of death be taken away from him. If he truly intended to die willingly, why would he pray for deliverance? Why show such distress? This suggests that he wanted to continue his mission, because he was the bearer of divine truth. Just when his enemies believed they were about to achieve total victory, divine intervention changed the course of events. Islam presents a remarkable resolution. God protected Eesa, peace be upon him, and in doing so, left his enemies in lasting confusion. They crucified someone, but according to Islamic belief, it was not the real Eesa. As a result, Eesa, peace be upon him, remained undefeated. His prophethood remained honored, and God demonstrated that no one has the power to ultimately disgrace his chosen messengers. The raising of Eesa to the heavens represents a decisive victory of divine wisdom, a mystery that continues to intrigue historians and theologians. The victory of truth is often dramatic. Eesa, peace be upon him, did not die on the cross because he stood for truth, and truth cannot be defeated in such a manner. Those who believe he died may, in this perspective, be caught in the confusion created by that ancient plot. The belief in Islam is that he is alive, victorious, and that he will return. In the next episode, we will explore a highly mysterious topic, the Gospel of Barnabas. Why is this ancient text believed by some to have been hidden by the Vatican? A text that presents a very different narrative about the crucifixion, one that appears closer to the Islamic account. Now a question for you. Do you think it could be part of the Creator's